Hey guys, welcome to Striker Bytes. Today we are going to be installing Plex Media Server on a Synology NAS using Docker. Plex is a media server that can be used to stream your stored photos, videos, and music to your devices. Installing Plex on a Synology Network Attached Storage device, or NAS, is a great way to convert your NAS into a home media server. Plex can be installed as a beta from the Synology Package Center. However, for this video, we will be using Docker to create a cleaner, more isolated install using a highly maintained Docker container from the linuxserver.io team. This video will guide you through creating folders on your Synology NAS, installing Docker from the Synology Package Center, running the Plex Docker container, initial setup, and accessing the application from other devices. Before we begin the process of installing Plex, we should first create the folders on our Synology NAS that we will use to store media files. The first step is to log into your Synology NAS DiskStation Manager. Once you are logged into the DiskStation Manager desktop, then click on the control panel icon. You'll be presented with a few options. Click on the shared folder icon. At the top of the dialog box that pops up, click on Create and then click on Create Shared Folder. You will be presented with the Shared Folder Creation wizard. You can fill it out to meet your personal preferences. I'll name the Share Media. Once you finish creating your shared folder, you can begin placing your media files within the folder. The Plex server will consistently search these folders for new media and automatically add them to your library. You should also create a separate share to store the configuration volume for the container's config folder. This will allow the application configuration to persist across future container updates. Next, before we install the Plex container, we need to install the Docker application from the Synology Package Center. It should be noted that Docker is only compatible with certain models of Synology NAS devices. A list of compatible models can be found in the video description. From the DiskStation screen, click on the Synology Package Center icon. To download Docker, we need to enable access to Synology beta packages. Once the Package Center opens, click on the Settings button. From here you will see a tab at the top that says Beta. Click it, and then click the checkbox for Yes, I want to see beta versions, to enable access to Synology Package Center applications that are in beta. Then click OK. Once you are back at the main Package Center screen, you will see a search bar at the top of the application. Type in Docker. Click the Install button to install Docker on your NAS. Left-hand sidebar. Use the search bar in the top right-hand corner of the Docker application and type in Plex. You will see a list of containers. You need to select the Linux server/Plex container. Double-click on the image to download it to your NAS. When prompted to choose a tag, choose Latest to download the latest version of the container image. To verify that the container image has successfully downloaded, click on the image icon on the left-hand sidebar. You should see the Linux server/Plex Docker container image. With the container image downloaded, it is time to set up the container. From the Image tab on the Docker application, click on the Plex image and then click the Launch button. You are presented with the first page of the container creation wizard. We will call this container Plex. Next, click on Advanced Settings. In this tab, the only setting that needs to be checked is Enable Auto Restart. Clicking that box will make sure that the container always restarts if there is a failure. Next, select the Volume tab from the top of the Advanced Settings box. Then click Add Folder. You will be presented with the below dialog box, which will allow you to select the media folder that we created in the first step of the video. After clicking Select, you will be prompted to select the mount path. This is the path that you want the media folder to mount to within the container. I'll enter /media. Next, add the second folder that you created to map to the application configuration files. I created a folder called Dockerval and a subfolder called Plex to map the /config folder. We are going to skip the Network tab for now and go straight to the Port Settings tab. We will go back to the Network tab after this step. At the Port Settings tab, delete all of the ports that automatically populated. Now visit the Network tab and check the Use the same network as the Docker host box. We will not need to change anything in the Links tab, so now it's time to visit the Environment tab. We need to add 3 additional variables: PUID, and set the value to 1000. Then, PGID, this value is also 1000. Finally, version, and we will set the value to Docker. Now we can proceed to run the container. We will check and see if it is running by clicking on the Container tab. Now that you are running Plex, you can access it from your browser by visiting the port 32400 and adding /web. After logging in for the first time, you will be presented with the initial setup screen. Type in the name you want for your server and decide if you would like Plex to allow access to your media from outside of your home. After clicking Next, you will be prompted to add your media library. Once you select the type of media library, you will be prompted to browse for the media folder. Click the Browse for Media folder button. After clicking the button, you will find the folder that you mapped in the right-hand column. After selecting your folder, click Add Library, and then proceed through the last step of the installation. And that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments about this video, or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.